Hi all, this is Steve Murray, the market chartist on behalf of ForexTraders.com, and we're now looking at both the Australian and New Zealand dollars, both versus the US dollar, and looking at a more firmer outlook going into the late part of February in here for the balance of this week and for late February, within what we still see as broader range environment. So for Australian dollar, US dollar, the market having had this previous bearish signal in here through early January, but then a solid rebound late January into early Feb, and then for much of February now we've been in this erratic range, really confined between effectively 70.00 and up to like 70.00 and 72.00 up to 72.43, but real risk now to the upper end of that range and back up to challenge this down trend line and 72.43, which through which would see a more bullish shift then to aim for these higher targets up at 73.27 and 73.85. Zooming in onto the intraday chart, you can see this down trend line that comes in at 72.15. So a trigger through there and then completed through 72.43 will see a more bullish shift. Not quite as bullish for New Zealand dollar in here, but a strong rebound in here on Wednesday has certainly dismissed a more bearish tone. We see the broader range here defined by 68.79 and 64.18, but definitely a bias back up towards the higher end of that range, with the immediate focus on this February high here at 67.53, which we'll see better now go to the intraday chart. The market now multiple times fading back from this 67, really 67.35 up to 67.53 resistance area, and real threat for a push up towards there going into this week, and then potentially opening a bigger picture bullish threat back up towards that 68.79 level. Up through there would signal a far more bullish shift, but for now the focus really back on towards 67.53 for this week for a more positive tone within the broader range environment. So both Australian dollars and New Zealand dollars firming up versus the US currency within their broader range environments, with the Australian dollar particularly looking to have a more bullish shift potentially going into the second half of February. This has been Steve Murray, the market chartist on behalf of ForexTraders.com, and I wish you a great trading week.